Hello guys, Sam from Stockholm Metal Mania here, and today I'm having an interview with a band called Beyond Chaos. Welcome guys to Stockholm Metal Mania. We have like Håkan, of course, he plays with as always, and Marco Sasha on the guitars, Lian on the vocals, and Lucas on the drums. Welcome guys.
Thank you.
You live in Stockholm, but you came from different backgrounds actually. You, Marco, from Italy,
Yeah.
and Sasha from Salvador, right?
Yeah,
And
exactly.
Håkan from Turkey. So it's kind of like we can say like it's an international band that like based here in Stockholm. But let's talk about how did you guys meet?
Well, basically, I think that Beyond Chaos was formed in late 2017 when Lian and I found Sasha, and I met Lian in previous bands, and after a while those bands got dismantled, and we were trying to form a Melodic Death Metal band. And that's basically when we found Sasha online on
Because
some.
I was looking for people to play with, and I was looking ads, and I discovered this website, Band Finder.
Yeah, exactly.
So I was going in, and I was okay. Now they sent me an email, and I was okay. And I met them in R&B James, which is a pub here, for metal scene.
Yeah.
And the first time I was like hanging out with these guys, and I thought that she was like a friend of him, but at the end she was the vocals, and I was okay. It was kind of weird, but it was okay. Yeah, good. And yeah, we shared what you have, what's your taste in music, and Marco was like, oh, my taste in music is this, and she was like this, and I was okay, super nice, we are
Cool.
almost the same. And then we share same taste on instruments and equipment, so
Yeah.
it was super nice. Yeah.
Cool, and I'm really curious to know you came from different countries, so you have an experience back in the country, and you came here. So how this experience affected your playing here? What you have brought to here, to Stockholm?
For me, I will not say that effect. For me, it will be more challenge, because back in my country we have super good musicians, but here is more metal gods here, so I will say this is more like a challenge. Probably I was super good in my country, but here is I'm nobody. So for me it's a challenge to improve, so yeah.
And you, Håkan, how?
Honestly, it was pretty same as Sasha, because I'm coming from Turkey. It's really closed, I can say, when you compare to European countries and so. So, for example, we were pretty good. We were making tours and stuff. But after coming here, as Sasha said, you are really nobody. You haven't done anything here.
Exactly, yeah.
So it's really a big challenge, but also it's really good opportunity, good chance to improve yourself.
Yeah, I know. In Turkey, it is good to mention that the metal scene in Turkey are very wide.
Yes.
Scene there is a lot of bands,
Yes,
metal
exactly.
bands. Oof, I met a lot of musicians, so it's quite rich with this. And you, Marco, from Italy, right?
Yes.
So in Italy, metal bands in Italy.
I don't think that it's the scene in Italy. I think it's very centered in melodic metal, so Evanescence, Nightwish, and so on and so forth. There was basically nearly no death metal or melodic death metal band, so that's something I basically found here.
Yeah.
And I don't think that metal scene in Italy is very big, honestly, no.
In Italy, you can mention Flesh God Apocalypse.
Yeah,
Yes,
I
absolutely.
That's a great band.
There's
from
also
Italy.
Lacuna Coil.
Lacuna Coil.
Rhapsody of Fire.
Yes, that too.
Yeah. So there is a lot of very good bands.
Yeah.
Italian good bands.
I think they are very good, but not that many.
I
Yeah.
agree with you. Yeah, it's not you can't compare it with Sweden. I guess.
Sweden is full of
Yeah,
metal
yeah,
bands.
metal scene, and this is also we can raise this question about the metal scene here in Sweden, in Stockholm. But before this, I want to ask you, Leon, as a front figure in a metal band, a female figure in a metal band, what do you think about the female role in the metal scene?
All right. Okay.
From your experience.
Oh yes, of course. I mean, honestly, I wish like this question wouldn't have to be asked, and that it just wouldn't be an issue or a question whatsoever. But it obviously is. Still, I think that things have changed a lot. Only in the past 10 years, I think that things have improved a lot. Because 10 years ago, that's when I started growling.
Yeah.
And then a female growler would kind of be seen as a freak of nature. It was just something really weird, like exotic, just.
here in
And I
Sweden.
think yes,
Yeah.
absolutely. And the only person anyone knew of was Angela Gosso of Arch Enemy. But I think that like only 10 years later now, it's a lot better. But still, obviously, female growlers are still singled out, and I think we have a very, very long way to go before it's something that's just considered, just not considered any more interesting than like the hair color of the bass players. Like you don't go like, how do you feel being a brunette bass player? Like that's not a question. So I hope we can move toward that eventually, but we have a very, very long way to go.
Yeah, of course.
Still.
Yeah. And like, I agree with you actually. And your EP, actually, we have it here. It's like the first EP for you guys. Let's talk a little bit about this one, and about to be specific about your new video clip.
Right.
It's called All Our Doctrines. Yeah, like tell me the idea of the song. The music, all of this, like Marco, maybe you can tell me about it.
Yeah, All Our Doctors was our second song that we created. The first one was The Well, and I think that as we did basically with all our songs, we started with composing the guitar parts, me and Sasha, and soon after that we started putting some drums on that, and we're like, oh, this song is very cool actually. And then Leon put on some vocals, and we were like, oh, this is amazing. We really wanted to do something real with this, so just like let's do some video clip about it. And
who wrote the lyrics?
I write all the lyrics.
So
Yes.
like, where do you get your inspiration?
Right, so I get from a lot of different sources. So from sometimes from mythology or literature and poetry. Sometimes it's something personal or something that just bothers me in the world. So for All Our Doctrines, it started with this point where I think in the past I have seen things very black and white, and as I've actually matured as a person, I've started to see more gray zones, that maybe not everything is so clear cut. And I think like a big problem in the world right now is also that people are very, very prone to dividing things into black and white and good and bad, and maybe not thinking enough for themselves, just like jumping on these trains and going with an opinion. So the song is kind of a call for a little more skepticism and to just like take a step back and think and reflect on before and not be so overly sure of what you're thinking.
This is really great. Yeah, and I like your attitude. And the songs and the music are really well done. The riffs are really, really, really good ones. I like Melodic Death. It's my style actually. And the song is full of energy, full of like anger, full of attitude as well. So we really recommend you guys to listen to this EP. It's, I don't know where do you distribute it.
It's like actually
You
we're
can
by
just
ourselves
You can just
And,
contact with
yeah,
us
through Facebook
through
and
Facebook, YouTube, Instagram, Twitter.
or the website also.
All right. Yeah, and Lucas, you have joined the guys recently, right?
Yeah, pretty
Yeah.
recently.
Can you tell us about it?
Well, the
How-
first session was, for me, was terrible.
Yeah.
Well, I just found an
Advertisement.
advertisement,
Yeah,
thank you. Through a mutual friend to Leanne and Marco and me. And I said, well, thinking, this is interesting. And I listened to, it was a demo on Spotify, and I listened to it, and I like it. It's fast, but I like it. New
So
area.
it wasn't like yours, like really your style.
Well,
Or
I
like
like the
you
style.
play
Well,
with-
it was a style that wasn't really developed or played much to before. So, but I was thinking, why not? I take a shot.
Yeah.
See what happens.
Yeah.
So I wrote to Marco and said, hello, I'm interested
Yeah.
and you want to meet me up sometime? And then
Yeah.
he wrote back and said, we have a session now and then, come here and try it out. So the first session was terrible since I didn't know the songs at all, but it was really funny. And when we played and I tried to fit in, and I was noticing like Marco was looking up and smiling. It's a big smile, but yeah, he gets it. He knows this part. He can play it.
Yeah.
But like you like
Yeah.
to take the challenge and you took it, and like
Yes.
you are on the way.
So,
Right.
yeah.
Mm.
So I must have done something right since I'm here with you guys now.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
So, yeah.
So like Leon and Lucas, you are both from Stockholm, right?
Mhm.
Yeah, sort of.
Yeah, yeah. So like this question, like we used to ask a lot in our show. It's about the metal scene here in Sweden or in Stockholm, back in the time and in the present time also as well. We really want to know what do you think about the metal scene, the Swedish metal scene in Stockholm, in specific Sweden in general.
Well, the metal scene, but it's a big demand. Well, we have a lot of bands,
Yeah.
like we
Yeah.
said, and different styles. But I think in Stockholm specifically, might be going up slope, so to speak, since there's not a lot of places for a metal band to
Yeah,
play all
right.
the time.
Yeah.
So it's maybe quite difficult, but there is those guys who want to keep the show going,
Exactly.
like Freddie Mercury said,
Mhm.
show must go on,
Yeah,
and
show
then we have those
Yeah.
Right,
those
yeah.
guys that
Yeah.
really want to do it.
Exactly. It's really important, like through Stockholm Metal Mania, that like all the people that we meet, or like the musicians, especially here in Stockholm, they are raising these questions or like these problems, that there are a lot of active metal bands here in Stockholm,
Yeah.
and you can say there is no good place to play, or like
Yeah.
either we go to a Metallica arena,
Mhm.
Yeah.
or like very, 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 very.
Yeah, we have like in
Mhm.
recent years a lot of the classic venues have
Yeah.
had to close, so that's
Exactly.
obviously been a really
Yeah, this
hard
is
blow to
really-
the scene. Yeah.
This is really sad. Yeah.
When it comes to the metal bands in general, it's easier if you're a big band and you can get a big stage, and it's when it's like us, a small band, it's a little bit difficult, but eventually you get there.
Yeah.
But there's a lot of hard work.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And
we want to we want to make this happen actually through Stockholm Metal Mania. That like we want more places to
Yeah.
play,
Yeah.
good
Yeah.
places that like that are reference to the metalheads to go and watch local bands, because local bands also matters actually.
Yeah, exactly.
And I mean, like, if we're gonna be real for a moment, like, the people who have the ability to create stages for metal bands, they need to see that there is money in this.
Mm.
So, like, showing them that, like, this is huge,
Yeah.
there is a massive interest in this, that of
Exactly.
course is really,
Yeah.
really gonna help.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's true. Guys, have you or like do you have plans, future plans, like recording more demo shows?
Yeah, actually,
you
we
are
have a
thinking
lot of
about?
plans because we haven't played live yet.
Mhm.
So that's like the main goal right now, like play live as soon as possible, and also start like doing merch and stuff,
Yeah.
so we can share more with people. And now we're planning to start composing again, so we can have a full-length album
Wow.
at the end of the year, hopefully.
Hopefully sooner.
Yeah.
By September would be amazing.
Yeah. So many things is going on.
Yeah, absolutely.
This
We're,
is really great. Yeah.
we're full of plans.
Yeah, really great, and keep updated about Beyond Chaos through Facebook, Instagram, social media. You are there.
Yeah.
You can reach out Beyond Chaos. Thank you guys.
Thank
for,
you.
for your time. Really wish you luck with your project, with the band. I'm looking forward to see you live, because your music are really good.
Thank you.
Really heavy riffs. I really like it. Thank you.
Yeah. Thank you.
Thanks.